spread the news around at this point. But for those who haven't heard of what happened,
there was doo-doo feces thrown all over the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and it stunk so bad.
I think the worst part is, this isn't even much of an exaggeration. The open letter started by thanking the majority of attendees for attending the convention and donating to their charity. The event had taken them 5 months to prepare and appeared to go rather well, except for a few severe issues they wanted to bring attention to. There were quite a few things that occurred that had the potential to heavily impact the relationship between the con staff and the hotel, but the hotel staff were willing to work things out with them, even as they described some of the conditions members left their rooms in as biohazards. We won't go too in-depth to the section about members sleeping in their hotel lobby or in their cars, but just be a decent human being and sleep in the proper hotel rooms. Come on. The first concerns brought up in this post are about vomiting. MCFC is well known for creating a party atmosphere and doesn't mind its attendees getting a little drunk during the party. However, they report that they had excessive cases of vomit that were left unreported, only to be found by hotel staff in public bathrooms and presumably several hotel rooms. They ask that going forward, their members watch their alcohol consumption and remember to clean up after themselves. They also add that attendees may be subject to additional cleaning fees for their hotel rooms after this incident. Moving on from vomit, the second portion here deals with the other end. According to the hotel staff, people were just smearing literal shit around their rooms. We received reports of multiple instances of feces on public restroom walls and public room bathrooms in a manner that is inconsistent with illness or accidents. Some guest rooms had feces left on beds or in sheets. I don't think it needs to be said how shitty you'd have to be to go about doing this, because furries dealing with fecal matter has only gone so well before, hasn't it?
The dastardly doo-doo devourer!
The con staff would verbally condemn these actions and say that they've asked hotel staff to keep track of which rooms were left in these conditions, presumably to charge those responsible for the damages. And on top of this barbaric display, this is a subject that is quite volatile in the furry community as of late, and we want to begin by acknowledging that the ABDL community as a whole is filled with good people who know how to act properly, and this section is to address the bad actors. Bad actors in this case, referring to those responsible for the rainforest resurgence. There were reports of several instances of adult diapers left in public bathrooms, in stalls, on countertops, and trash cans filled with them. They say they understand that diapers are a part of ABDL practices, but they ask that attendees do not leave these items in public places, and to deal with them in their own hotel rooms. They also ask that they double bag and dispose of these diapers in a way that hotel staff have to interact with them as little as possible. This is what I mean when I refer to baby furs and other such kinks impacting the furcon scene. We're not having videos and discussions because, ew, kinks and coping mechanisms are yucky, how dare you act like a child to escape reality. We're having them because they're resulting in property damage and human indecency being paraded and praised. Like, notice how I had talked about the nut pizza because the group behind it left a biohazard in the public hallway for a few minutes, and how I didn't talk about the nut bong stunt they pulled at a later convention because, as degenerative as it was contained in their hotel room. Don't get me wrong, it isn't just diaper furs responsible for conventions getting this reputation to them. They've just been a more prominent group in more recent events. Other furries are just as responsible when it comes to convention misbehavior, given the next section of this open letter. The furry community has always been a rather affectionate group of people. Between consenting adults, hugs, cuddles, kisses, or even a friendly squeeze of the butt are not uncommon. We respect this. However, we did have a few reports of people, shall we say, rounding third base sliding for home. I mean, in their defense, if you could find a more family-friendly way to say nearly fuck to be my guest, please, if you want to put on a show, invite your friends back to your room, but we ask that you keep the PDA to appropriate levels for a hotel lobby or public spaces. I'll save you guys the over-sexualized fandom rant for now. But just know that incidents like these only make the furry convention scene as the whole look more abhorrent. As the more it continues, the higher chance that hotels and other locations no longer allow furry conventions to use their resorts as venues, leading to more monumental incidents like the one that killed rainforests. As for the baby fur controversy going on, It's whatever, really. I personally don't get the diapers and the sexualizing infantile stuff, but whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess. If you want to age regress to get away from this fucked reality we share, I'm not stopping you. I'd opt for escapism right now if I could too. I'll just keep to my side of the web as you do yours. As long as you're not forcing others to accept your interests or sexualizing yourself being young or anything that has to do with young stuff, I don't have much animosity towards you. We can coexist just fine. Just understand that things have a time and place, and we can all stay safe out there. Also, don't leave feces in hotel rooms. Other people got a bone there, you know. Fucking Christ.
You serve me! Let Emperor survive! Barging through! Insolence! Right up! And off! So back! Right up, you serve me! Solar arc! So feel pain! It's nothing! Death crawl! Get out of my house!